In Phoenix, a hard-fought battle is still raging between election officials and the people who call themselves the real winners of last week's election. 9 on your side's Maggie Vespa is just back from the state capitol.
That's right, Guy, and tonight's protest coincides with another statewide ballot count update. According to the Arizona Secretary of State's office, more than 160,000 ballots, early and provisional, still sit uncounted. A point that to hundreds of Latino voters, most of whom voted for the first time, it feels like far too big of a coincidence. They came in droves.
We are not provisional.
Hundreds from groups like Unite Here and Promise Arizona in Acción, who after casting their ballots more than a week prior, marched to the Maricopa County Elections Office, 40,000 signatures in hand to make sure their voices and votes are not silenced. One such voice, 19-year-old Claudette Arvizu, who had to clear some unexpected hurdles her first time in the polling place.
I'm waiting half an hour to an hour, and then I get up there, and I was so excited, and turns out she told me I needed my early ballot that I was supposed to get through the mail, which I didn't.
Arvizu was given a provisional ballot and told to wait in another line, a line that was filled, she says, with Latinos.
The box that I had to stick it in was overflowing, and I literally had to force it in there because it wouldn't fit in there.
Arvizu says many of her family and friends came home with similar stories. Some even told their ballots may not be counted. Now, knowing how many provisional ballots are left, organizers here say they're worried valuable votes will be cast aside.
The community trusted us with their vote. They trusted us when they registered to vote, and they're trusting us right now to ensure their vote gets counted.
An effort they hope will pay off in the future.
Because it's not the last election. It's not the last election, and we want to make sure that people in Arizona and all over the nation trust the democracy that we live in.
And it's a message we're hearing time and time again. Latino voters, just like everyone else, say they want this ballot counting process over with so they can move on to bigger issues, namely immigration reform. And Guy, the Secretary of State, said today they hope to have all these votes counted and results finalized by December 3rd.
So any word from Maricopa County election officials?
Well, our calls to them went unanswered, and we should point out they've never given any indication that any provisional ballots by and large would not be counted. But demonstrators tonight said they simply had too much reason to be suspicious during this voting process.